everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this. This is today's daily update, day number 740. Can you believe it? 740 hex.com. Let's go. And of course, as these are just come off the press here about a minute ago. We've got the 11th of December as we head towards Christmas. And wow, look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, party time. Party time. All right, it's 18.6% up and just shy of 16 cents here at the moment. Very, very cool snapshot. What a nice big bounce. Now, where was it? Called the bottom around over here. Looks like that's going to be the case. And of course, came back a little bit there. But 13 cents was kind of where I felt that it was going to hit off. And it looks like it's done that. Very, very cool. Return on investment multiplier from all-time low is 2,830, so a big jump of was that about 450x there, and of course the all-time low was the 5th of January 2020. All right, so a payout per T-share, 5.912. Looks like we've got a new higher T-share payout. Now, this is expected to go up over time, folks, as the total payout versus the number of shares just increases. So very, very cool. And we're already at 5.9. Wow, wow, wow. Now, the T-share price, 3,152, so obviously more expensive to get T-shares at the moment than it was the last couple of days. So definitely when you see those bargains, go for gold. Woohoo! T-share rate, 19,729, up massive 45. This is what I like to see as we head towards 20,000. And nice, nice, nice. So it's going to get more expensive to get shares, folks. Remember, think about further out in the 15-year view. And we'll talk a bit more about that later. But those T-shares are going to be disappearing because people, those who have staked 10 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years out, they're going to be having huge amount of T-shares compared to new people staking with the share rate going up. So if you understand that that's the key to staking in Hex, and of course the return for those people that are still staked out that long with all those beautiful T-shares, people will only be able to get B shares eventually, all that sort of stuff, unless you've got a huge bag to buy Hex. So very important there. All right, average staked length 5.91 years, looking good, and of course average percentage yield rate, interest, and early in-state penalties 37.41%. The liquidity dropped down from 161 million hex down to 149.2. Now, as I said this yesterday, that this can easily be eaten up, particularly with things like hex scale coming up and all those sort of other whales hunting around, the Kiwasakis and the billionaires of the world, and many well beyond that. So this is a good example of that just changing around in the day. Liquidity in the pool, 27.3 million, and that's up for 25.7. Pretty nice. What's that, about $1.5 million? ETH back over the 1,000 mark to 1,060, 56. And let's have a look at the valuations at the moment. Total value locked 9.91 billion, almost back at 10, and market cap 91.84 billion, almost back up, getting up towards 100 billion again with the Origin wallet in there, of course. T-share market cap 33.86 billion, 10,743,364 T-shares, and that's down 625. So if you've got T-shares, you are special. Because you're going to be earning that beautiful return in Hex, and that's what it's designed for. And I like to reiterate that just so that people, really start to think about that outside of it. So very cool. Total supply is 636.9 billion, up 33.4 million, and circulating supply 574.9 billion. That's actually down 86. So another good day of down, less circulating supply. Very cool. Don't forget, a lot of that stuff is the Origin account, Origin wallet. Stake supply is 62 billion, and that's up 120 million. Nice. We love that. Woohoo. So very cool. And we can see circulating supply is down, stake supply is up, and vice versa there. So very cool. Let's jump past the GR numbers. GR numbers are at 1 billion there. Interesting, and up another 6 after that big yesterday. Good accounting, of course, on the Genesis account stakes that came out, late November, early December. Stake percentage of coins 9.74%, looking good. That's up pretty decent. And of course, payout 63.5 million Hex. Remember, this inflation, this doesn't occur until the stakes come out. So a lot of Hex inflation is far out into the future. And the inflation rate is 3.69%. Obviously, stakers are getting about 37% or so at the moment, because only about 10% is stake, with the majority held by the Origin wallet. So this stuff here is all deferred. All the stuff here is deferred until the stakes come out. So that's how the inflation plays out. And by that time, Hex growth will be much bigger, a lot more users, all that sort of good stuff as well. The share rate keeps going up as well because it's more expensive to get T-shares, and so on and so on. PLC's 219,000, a decent day, modest by comparison to previous days we've had. Total holders 390,867, up 433, 430. Woohoo! Now that just shows you nice big increase in price, nice increase in holders. Very cool. And that's nothing yet. I would think we're going to see a huge rise over the Christmas period as PulseSwap, PulseChain, and all that come towards fruition. Change into current stakers 45, up to 72,085, and change in total stakers up 85 to 90,272, and current holders up 192 to 272,102. And we've had a couple of good days there, especially after that one day. Look at that, that's pretty low. All right, so very cool. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That is the timestamp results. Let's have a quick look in, checking on the Hex price. And here it is. Here's the big fundamentals, and you could see here we're down about 12.5 cents, but 13 cents was kind of I felt like was the bottom there. And of course, I bought in this green candle here, so that's up pretty nicely. We have even been as high as 17.5 cents. That may be some bots though. Don't forget Hex. A lot of Hex spikes have bots in there, front running some people. But nevertheless, we're currently sitting at 16 cents, and we've been up at 17.5 cents on the USDC pair. V3, and this is the price prediction I had from the weekly price prediction video. Check that out if you haven't already. And the rationale behind all of that, of course, is we've got these big walls coming up, the PulseChain sacrifice, and then potentially the earliest date for PulseChain itself. 7th, 8th of January, maybe. If you add a week onto that, we're probably likely maybe mid-January. So you just got to be careful with the software. Let's jump over to liquidity. Liquidity's gone down USD, relatively speaking. So what's that, 83.8? So yeah, that's just a really big decline. It's probably been down about 5 basis points, or 5 percentage points, I should say, over the last few weeks. So a bit more ETH there to influence the day. Hex price 6.1 cents. A T-share is 3,179. And you can sort of see we've got a nice big jump up there in the old T-share price, following the Hex price up. Obviously, the other determinant is the T-share rate, and that's up and to the right, and had a good day, 45, up 45 for the day. Nice. Let's have a quick look at the payout. Of course, payouts have just been fantastic. If you're staked in Hex, you are loving it, especially now the price has moved up as well. Adoption is up and to the right, and that's picked up too. So all the metrics look very, very perky today. And here we are on the 15-year stake view. You can see that all these people that have got T-shares out here, they're going to be super well off. That's the golden goose there. So very exciting to see that. Now, let's jump over to the 4-month view and see what we've got coming up. We've got our last 2 big candles, the 17th and the 1st of January. I say that, but even a couple of these smaller ones are pretty decent as well. So just getting rid of these 2 giant candles, 852 million Hex, 90,000 T-shares up to that point, and 373 million in this candle, and 310 T-shares left. So we had 332, I think, yesterday. So we're already down to 310 cumulative. So that's all the states coming out right up to the January the 5th. Then 2022 looks like open territory, and of course we've got PulseSwap coming up, and that's going to probably get a lot of Hex sacrifice too, as well as people are going to either hold for the copy on the PulseChain, and also stake short, medium, long, or they could sell. So there's 4 options now with PulseSwap. So you can see that we've got to see what happens here, but the timing of PulseSwap couldn't be better. Really, really cool. Just like PulseChain was perfect with the big sacrifices that took a lot of Hex out of circulating supply from non-Origin wallet holders. All right, let's have a look at the whale bot, see what's been happening. We had a 10 million Hex stake coming out for 58 days. It'll probably just restake. 12 million came out of 34 days. Pretty cool out of these candles that we've been seeing. 12.6 million Hex ended after 44 days. So as we said, coming out of all these candles is these kind of stakes that are coming out. and you can see a couple of examples there. All right, very, very cool. Let's jump over to PulseChain now. And PulseChain, obviously, talk of the town yesterday. PulseChain testnet 2.0 going live. Wow, wow, wow. So cool. Check out videos on that yesterday. Also did a video earlier today on how to stake with the validators on the testnet 2.0. Big shout out to howtopulse.com for that. All right, so here is the PulseChain on GitLab. These are the details to put in your wallet if you want to get there, and also the faucet as well to get a bit of T-Pulse, just to play around the testnet. Here's the testnet, just running really nicely. We've got the blocks moving along and all the transactions as well. And very cool. Let's jump over to Richard. Richard on tweet said, this is one tweet that came out 18 hours ago, V2 testnet is forked from the same block as V1. So that's the Ethereum block, 13,224,745. So they're both forked from the same period. Very cool. All right, the couple of posts there about Bitcoin. Other than that, that was it from Richard. All right, let's finally wrap up with our PulseChain timeline. And of course, nice big bounce in the price. The airplane is moving up. We have the testnet has started in the yellow here. I've now extended this all the way through to the earliest range for PulseChain mainnet. Obviously, I think it's not going to be 30th December, but that's kind of the original time frame scales all the way through to mid-January. Now, it leaves about the 6th, 7th of January for the launch. That assumes, and so assumes this is going to run for some time. So let's just take this. We're just using some basic assumptions here. That would be 20 days to run PulseChain testnet 2.0, and that's with the validators on there. Now, don't forget the CSV file for updated distribution numbers will be coming out, no doubt, at some stage as well. So we'll wait from that from Richard. Now, obviously, this is the date here. So if we are reasonable and we suggest that the software is always delayed, then we could have this come in, mid-January as a launch. But definitely the midpoint, based on the information Richard's given so far, is 6th or 7th of January. But don't be surprised if it pushes out to the middle of January, because don't forget we've got the bridge to be in play. We've got the Uniswap, the Pulse Swap, and the PulseChain itself to all be in play for the minimum viable product. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course, and don't forget memberships have just been activated for the upcoming live streams, and so you get a lot of perks, emojis and other things like that by joining up in the run up to that as well. No doubt I'll be looking for some moderators as well to moderate the live streams, so that will be cool. So feel free to become a member today. Also, if you haven't downloaded Staker app, get that, because it's going to have PulseChain and everything else on it. You can set up a smart wallet, and there's also about $8,700 in prizes for people that stake for 5,505 days using the smart wallet there as well. So the link for that's in the video description. Yeah, exciting times. All right, enjoy yourself. Bye for now.